Uttarayana. Yudhishthira had no peace of mind. He had conquered his enemies and had got his kingdom back from Duryodhana, but he had no desire to rule the kingdom. He was greatly depressed. He hated the thought that his cousins and all the great kings of the land had to be killed because of the war. He felt that it should not have been allowed to happen. It is because of me and my lust for power, my Rajaloba, that all this happened, he said again and again. Krishna tried his best to comfort him. He spoke words of wisdom. He said, "Look, it was fate that was responsible for all this and not you. The sons of Dhritarashtra had to die because of the adharma which was part of them. Remember all that they had done to you. Remember the one incident when my sister Draupadi was dragged to the court by her hair. Does not your blood boil at the remembrance of it? For that one sin, all of them had to be killed. Grieve not, my lord, you are not to blame. They carried the germs of destruction in themselves. Please shed this sorrow and make your brothers and Draupadi happy. Let me see the 5 Pandavas enjoy the kingdom which is theirs by right. This was the sole purpose of my life, to establish you on the Kaurava throne. Now that I have achieved it, please reward me by looking happy." Vyasa and Narada added their words to those of Krishna, but it was of no avail. What hurt Yudhishthira most was the killing of Radheya. Day and night he would sit and brood over it, and the entire family was sunk in gloom because of the king's sorrow. One night, while they were all together, all on a sudden, Krishna became lost in a reverie. Yudhishthira asked him why he had become so thoughtful all at once. Krishna said, "Bhishma, who is on the bed of arrows, is thinking of me and he wants me by his side. Yudhishthira, he will soon pass away and with him will go the entire store of wisdom he has garnered throughout the years. I suggest that you go to him and ask him to instruct you in the art of ruling the world and in the more difficult art of preparing yourself for the life to come. Uttarayana is fast approaching and you must hurry." Next morning, all of them went to the field of Kurukshetra where the worthy patriarch was lying, waiting for his death. He looked like a fallen god. They went and stood by his side with folded palms. Tears were flowing incessantly from the eyes of Yudhishthira. He went near his grandfather and said, "Here I am, the sinner Yudhishthira, who is the cause of your death and that of your grandsons. I do not know what special hell is waiting to receive me." The old man stroked his grandson's head with his gnarled hands and comforted him. He convinced the grieving king about the inevitability of the war and said, "My child, do not think that you have killed me. You have granted me freedom from the bondage called life. Long, long ago, I promised my mother, Satyavati, that I would not die until the Kuru throne is established firmly on the earth. Thanks to you, I've been able to keep my promise to her and am no end grateful to you for this. My child, if only you knew how tired I am of living. As for your sorrow, wipe it away. It is unbecoming and unworthy of you. You're a king, and a king cannot afford to have feelings of his own. He belongs to his people, and your worry from now on should be their welfare and nothing else." Krishna said, "We have tried, my lord, to comfort him, and I have failed. Not even Narada could comfort him, and Vyasa is unable to convince him that his grief is unnecessary. It is up to you to talk to him, and I hope you will succeed where we have failed." Bhishma's eyes were wet. He said, "Children, I am unhappy to hear about your despondency. Ever since you were born, you have been suffering. Your mother Kunti went through so much pain and anguish after Pandu died, leaving her to bring up her 5 sons. Like clouds tossed hither and thither by the wilful breeze, you have been the playthings of fate. Else, how can one explain the fact that the son of Dharma, with his powerful brothers to help him, could not rule his kingdom all these years? The ways of fate are inscrutable. We do not know them. But there is one who knows. It is Krishna. He knew about it long ago. This son of Vasudeva, this Yadava, whom you consider to be your cousin, your friend, your mentor, your ambassador, why, your charioteer, is none other than Narayana. Very few know the glory, that is Krishna. One is sage Narada and the other is Kapila. And it was this Krishna who allowed all these things to happen. Can you still doubt the rightness of his actions? He is Ishvara. He is not ridden with desires, loves, hatreds, ego, and emotions like we are. And he took it upon himself to protect you and steer you through this great war. Why did he do it? It is because he is affected by just one thing, and that is bhakti. And you have infinite bhakti for Krishna. Look at me. I'm on my deathbed, and my thoughts were with Krishna. He knew it, and he has come to grant me my desire. He is tied to the bhakta with the threads of bhakti. Krishna intervened and said, Bhishma, let me ask a favor of you. Command me, my lord, said Bhishma with his palms folded. Krishna took his hands in his and said, Bhishma, you're the son of Ganga. She wanted you to be an ideal king, so she made you learn the Shastras, the statecraft, Rajadharma, and all the many dharmas from the divine preceptors Shukra and Brihaspati. Now you are impatient to go away. Will you teach your grandson, this Yudhishthira, the rules of governing the kingdom? Teach him all that you know. He is the only one worthy of the legacy of knowledge which is in you. It is but right that your learning should not go back with you to the heavens where you acquired it. So be it, said Bhishma. And for 54 days he taught Yudhishthira all that he had learnt in the heavens. Uttarayana, the day for which Bhishma had been waiting so patiently and so impatiently, came at last. Bhishma was prepared to shed his body. Bhishma, who had led the Kaurava army for 10 days, who had fallen on the bed of arrows on the evening of the 10th day, who refused to reach the heavens on the same day, since it was Dakshinayana. It is said that there will be rebirth for one who lays down his body during Dakshinayana. Bhishma, who was the foremost of the sons of the Paurava race, was getting ready to go back to the heavens. He looked at Krishna and said, My lord, it is said that one should close his eyes and contemplate on the form of the Lord in the mind just before the breath leaves the body. But I have the good fortune of having the Lord of Lords by my side. Can anything be more glorious than this? Bhishma called for flowers and worshipped Krishna. He became silent. His thoughts were flowing towards Krishna in an endless stream, and like a sigh breathed by a tired traveler at the end of his journey, his breath left his body, and Bhishma was one of the denizens of heaven.